Ah. Hey, kids. It's Hyperdellic. No Luigi today. Let's see. See if the sound works okay. Hey, Eldor. How you doing, man? Hopefully this is coming through. Hey, Toy Mama. How you doing? Let's see. All right. Yeah, that sounds all right. I'm never too certain because the one that I use, like I'm streaming from my phone, and the one that I use from my phone over on my photography stand, it the microphone is okay. It's not great. It's usually the one that I use for my reviews. So I mean, it's good enough for those reviews, but I think I definitely need to upgrade it to like something a little bit more, a little bit more expensive. But it's funny that I rate it like that. All right, so I just got him in, like literally just a couple of hours ago. Well, him, I say they, I guess. They. It's all your fault. It says, I'm the brains behind the brawn. They both say it. Let's see. Too bad. Double-headed evil strategist. Once two of the most dangerous bounty hunters in the universe, Tuvar and Badra, developed a bitter rivalry. Their bad blood used to be the only thing they shared. Now they share everything as Too Bad. Even though the two bitter rivals are now literally connected at the hip, their hatred for each other has not been quelled. Funny story. I voiced Too Bad for Hebro for his the stop motion animation that he did recently. Well, I say recently, it was a couple of months ago. But yeah, I think he did a pretty good job. I mean, for the first time of doing like that kind of crazy amount of stuff, I think it came out pretty good. I enjoyed doing the voices for him. I also was like the guards in that too. Dun, 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 dun. Here we go. That's this. I just, I offered the voices over, like I was like, hey man, if you need anything, I can do voices. Like, I would be honored to do voices for you, bro. All right, let's. That's pretty cool. I like that. That's a neat box. Like for those who want to keep it in the box and then come around. And not a lot of people, I feel, have been showing off the back of the box. That is some fun, cool artwork. I think I'm probably going to display that like this after I open them. I've got hot water ready in the microwave. I may have to run upstairs real quick and like hit the microwave for another extra 30 seconds. So I may end up leaving you guys by yourself. But I mean, I don't know if you can hear it or not, but my wife is practicing her ukulele upstairs. And yeah, I like that it's my background music. so I love this. I know that there's I know that there is a magnet in here, right? So that it'll hold the box just like that. That's nice. That's good thinking. That's one of those things that you get a lot of times with like Comic-Con exclusives. Like there's a bunch of magnets in the box for Scareglow, the San Diego exclusive Scareglow, which is like the one that looks the way that he should look, and that just kind of upsets me, like because when they put out the regular one on shelves, he was like yellow and didn't look right. It was just like, what is this? Why would you do that to people? Sometimes I gotta question what Mattel is trying to do. Sometimes it's like either you wanna please us or you don't. But anyways, it also come this was like right on top the comic, and I will open it. I guess is it. I think Pixel Dan is in here somewhere. As as some really bizarre MOTU character. What I like about this comic that I think is really cool about it is that, like, did you see that? See? My wife is parenting upstairs. It's awesome. So you like read the story through this way, and you're catching two bads, or like one guy's side of the story. There's the guy that's supposed to be Pixel Dan. I don't know how that's supposed to be Pixel Dan, but okay. Like, I remember seeing this video, and he's like, "Yeah, that's me," and I'm like, "That's you." Look like you. But yeah, you read it this way, and you get one. You know, this one's Tuvra's story, and then you read it this way, and you get Badra's story. It's pretty cool. Like, they did a really neat job. I'm not going to spoil the whole comic for you. Just because I don't like doing that. But I like the art style. Like, MOTU usually does a really good job of getting that art style down pat. Like, it's good stuff. Like, I like it. Hey, J80, what's going on? Mary, hello, how are you? John, what's going on, brother? Yeah, we're gonna look at this real quick. Yeah, maybe for a little while. I'm gonna put them together too, so we'll pull them apart and put them together. I like that it converges on this. That is cool. It's a nice big double page layout. I put these all in a photo album, right? Usually, so they I keep them nice. I've got all of my vintage ones. Some of them are jacked up, but quite a few of them are amazing. Okay, so I'm gonna pull them out. They're just in these little sleeves that come right out of the thing. You know, I could not pass this one up, Jeff. I couldn't. I had to. I had, like, and you know, it sounds it sounds as though, so don't be too upset, because it sounds as though they're going to do an Origins too bad. So we get that torso that we can put them together with. So I'll set that over there. I'm going to try and do this so that you don't get crinkled up in noise. All right, so there we go. We got Tuvar. He's all mashed up. Man, have you looked up the prices on these on eBay right now? I was like, I looked it up the other day. I was just like, I was dumbfounded. I was dumbfounded. I was like, wow, it's that already? That's crazy. Like, not even that San Diego Comic-Con exclusive of the Castle Grayskull set with the tentacle and all that stuff. Not even that one got that high, and that was like an $80 set. I was like, holy cow! Like, they're really ravenous over this one. I think with a little bit of time, like that. Yeah, let's hope that those hips are all right. That was what I was curious about. That's why I've got hot water ready, just in case we need it. But I don't know. I want to think, and I want to kind of assume that Mattel didn't do, that they engineered it so that we can get it on easy. Because there is absolutely no. Oh, and Adam, yeah, it's lenticular. See, I know you were curious about that. It moves. It's not a crazy, difference, but but yeah, I want to assume, and I want to hope that Mattel was smart enough to like engineer it to where you can. But I mean, sometimes Mattel doesn't do so good, right? Sometimes things go wrong. Sure, Eldor can tell you. Hey, come on, let go. He's hooked. Let's try. Oh, there we go. Sorry. I know I'm doing this off camera, but it's a lot of crinkle plastic, and it's gonna whack my camera. I don't want to take away the box yet because the box looks good. So let's see. Like, do the legs come off easily? So all right. So here's Badra. All right. I'll set him up here. They don't come with weapons. My buddy's Customs had mentioned that earlier in the chat, and yeah, that is kind of a little bit of an oversight. But if I recall correctly, the original vintage Too Bad only came with that shield. So I mean, you know, I can live without it. It won't kill me. I have so many MOTU like things that if I really needed to give him a shield, I could give him a shield. Too bad didn't use any weapons. Yeah, I mean, like not the original one, but you know that Masterverse one, he definitely got, he got some. So just looking at the thing, the torso, the combined torso, it is blue all the way around, and it's painted purple on the Badra side, or the bad side. That's his bad side. So we know that popping these arms off is a breeze, right? Sort of. Jeez, I had to really manhandle that. We know that the heads pop off fairly easily. But the leg. Here's the moment of truth. Does it? Oh, okay. So it did just kind of pop off. It looks like they made it so that it's got a nice, easy time to pop off. There's lots of clearance space. Good. They were thinking. Now, putting it on. All right. No biggie. Super easy. And I didn't even need to get the hot water. Yay! All right, so let's go ahead and we'll pop his other head on. I will say that the individual like figures, like it's such a waste of plastic too, because I only want to display him as Too Bad. Like, so like there's all this figure that you're just not using. Maybe we can combine it somehow, make Moduloc in a different way. Oh, I'm super excited for that one too. The San Diego Comic-Con images of Moduloc just look fantastic. I like how Toy Sorceress was like, she took like a shot from underneath and she's like, "Yep, he's circumcised." I was like, all right, I could hang out with her. She sounds like fun. So, and ta-da! There is Too Bad. This is fantastic. Like, it is. I don't know. It's hard to say. Like, I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with the Origins version of him. I love the Masterverse version. I loved the vintage version. I had the flat back version of Too Bad, and I loved that figure. That thing was so cool. I loved the fact that you could like make him hit himself in the face and all of that stuff. Yeah, we've got lots of leftover legs and stuff. So let's see, what's everybody saying? Everybody's saying hi. Hey, how you doing? That's always good, I like that everybody in the community is like very social and communal with one another. That's nice. You know, I like that everybody like kind of tries to help each other out and stuff like that. It's nice. I like that. It's a nice change from yeah some aspects of the world. So he does have this armor. The armor will come off. You know, and maybe we'll explore those other two. Maybe I'll put them back together individually real quick and take a look at them. But you can pull the armor off and just painted right down the middle. He does come apart at the waist, so you know that's pretty decent. Like, works out great. You know what's nice about this is that I do have to work with now. I do have a couple of like decent, you know, fundies, fun, you know, fur undies. These, I mean, like honestly, like you get so much with these figures. This is really nice too. Like the armors that they come with are really well done. Like it's almost a shame to like to like take them apart. I feel like I should have gotten two so that I could have displayed them both ways, but I'm not trying to, you know, spend money like that. This is just my personal hobby, you know. My wife supports the channel, and you know, like we always like look at it as like it could be an investment in the future if it ever takes off and stuff. But I'm not, you know, I don't think I dedicate my time to it, but it's what keeps me sane from you know, like from all the other stuff that you got to do all the time. Like this is how I relax. I play with these things. And I talk to you guys, and you know, my wife gets it. She plays her ukulele. She's got. I'm a little worried. She's getting into Discord. I was like, oh, I know. I used to run a couple of Discord servers, and I know the people that on them. A lot of trolls. No, I'm just kidding. I've been exploring some of the Discord servers that are in the toy community right now. There's a bunch actually. I'll try and make a post on my on my on my Instagram and on my YouTube channel. They really did pop off that easy. Like it was not. I didn't need any water. Boop. See, boom. It is. And you know what? They stay on pretty snugly too. I mean, you gotta pull at it, but. And the only thing I worry about is this peg in here, right? I don't want to do it like a bazillion times. I'm not worried so much about the leg, but the peg. Man, like you know, he's here. I'll put him up here while I ramble about the figure. I'll let him like do a little spin around. See, even in this. I mean, I'm sorry I didn't sing while I was unboxing, Mary. I haven't been doing that a lot lately. I haven't. I just. I'm trying to condense the size of some of my videos, and I ramble a lot. He does look badass. Like he looks great. Like they did a nice job with this. Like he is. He's not. Here, you know what? I think that might be getting a little too busy back there. He is. Yeah, sorry, Mary. I'm knocking stuff off my stand. He's I like that he's, you know, he's got that Too Bad bulkiness. That was one of my favorite things about Too Bad was that he was just such a big figure, and it was like raw, you know, like I would just bash my other figures with him. Nowadays, I regret that, and I still am living with the the scars of what I had done to my vintage collection. They're up on a shelf right now, and some of them still have dings in them. You know, well, I mean, obviously, still. But yeah, I don't know. I try to. I'm trying to do a few different kinds of things with my videos all the time, so we'll see. Is the price of him on eBay under 200? Yeah, most of them were not crazy horrible, but it's still like 100% markup. Like the most reasonable ones were about $100, right? I don't think you're gonna get them for less than 100. I don't know. I mean, you might. Sometimes eBay's prices come down over time when there wasn't a lot. Although, I mean, I'm gonna say it sold out in 15 minutes. Now, did they have a bunch on reserve at Comic-Con? Because a lot of times after con, they sell what's coming up, right? Like or what they sold, but then closed it out. So they may have capped the orders there, right? And then held on to a bunch for at Comic-Con to sell at Comic-Con. And then so keep watching Creation's website tomorrow, and all of this week, or check Toy News International and all of those, and just keep an eye on it. Keep refreshing that Mattel website, and it may actually come back up for sale in limited quantity. Like they may actually announce it too. I don't know. Yeah, I mean it's possible, but like sometimes Mattel does those like the crazy stealth drops, and that's usually after they've already done the timed or the online order. So you'll see, like possibly there's a bunch of exclusives that I thought about getting, but that I ended up passing on at the end. I was going to try and get those Secret Wars Hot Wheels cars, just because I just wanted the shields. I just wanted the shields. I miss those. I miss my old Secret Wars action figures. I loved my Spider-Man and my Captain America, and then I had Magneto, and I had Doctor Doom, and those were great. Hey, Joneser, how's it going? Thank you. Yes, he is pretty cool. He is too bad. I like Bud's. I like Bud's joke about it's too bad that he doesn't come with any weapons. It does kind of suck. I would have rather have had weapons than this. I mean, what am I going to do with this? What do I need this for? But yeah, some of those Comic-Con exclusives are great. I don't think I want to talk about the Snake Slayer yet. I talked a little bit about that yesterday on Oz's Clubhouse cast, but I'm gonna say I'm disappointed, right? I'm disappointed. Is it gonna break my life? No. I have Snake Mountain. I have Castle Grayskull. I really, I also have the Slime Pit. Oh my! Somebody just walked over me. I also have the Slime Pit, and the only thing that I really still want is a Fright Zone, and I keep seeing complete Fright Zones for relatively good. Well, okay, I'll say almost complete, because they almost never have the pit monster or whatever you call them, the little puppet, but they almost never have one of those, and if they do have one, it's falling apart. Right? OG's Fright Zone with an added interior and a slime pit attached. Right. I think that's what they may wind up doing if they do it as a crowd-funded thing. And I said this on Oz's show, and I'm going to say this again here. The thing that worries me when they do these crowd funds, like it's just like the Snake Slayer. My biggest problem with the Snake Slayer is that it's a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be, and the price point is going to be higher than I was willing to go in on, right? And that's, I mean, like, not everything is perfect, right? I mean, there's tons of those maquettes and statues and stuff that I would go out and buy in a heartbeat, and if they weren't $1,000 a piece, right? Like some of those like things get crazy, right? I like my articulated figures, and it doesn't have to, a little paint rub on both on front tooth. It is, the fact that that front tooth thing in the snake slayer is broken like that, and there's just a bunch of design choices that I feel were like misses. I don't like the coloring. I do like the interior of it, but I'm going to say this much: it just like the exterior of the snake slayer kind of looks like they had a bunch of different concepts written down on paper and they tried to cram a bunch of things together to work. It doesn't look like it has any kind of fluid, anything. There's just a couple of platforms all over the place. And I mean, I looked at these photos a lot, right? Because I wanted to make sure that I wasn't just poo-pooing on the idea just because, right? For those that want it, I'm all for you guys getting it, but I think that I hope that it doesn't hit all of the stretch goals. I know that that's a horrible thing to say. Oh, I'm definitely not. There's no. If they ask for 500, they're never going to make the goal. 500 will not happen, right? And that's what they were trying to do. Like it looks like they wanted to set a price point. That's what I keep saying is it looks like they set a price point that they wanted. My idea is they were shooting for 400, okay? And what they did was they kept trying to add stuff until it was like this looks like 400. Right? All right? And that's where the vehicle came from, which I remember that vehicle. I remember that from He-Man magazine, and I do want it. I mean, but the fact that you got to buy that with the snake layer, and you got to pay it all, right there. It's like, okay, I mean, at least they offer the shop pay. But like for me, the exterior of the thing is the most important to me. What's going on, Bill? Right, Bill? Right, Weird Fantastic Toys. I believe it. Yeah. Sometimes I got everybody all mixed up. But yeah, I think there is value in that snake layer, but I don't think it's what Mattel led us to believe it was going to be in the first place, right? I think they probably should have said a few things, right? Like maybe said what the price point they're trying to achieve is, where they're going with it. Because if that's the case, and then they try to do the Fright Zone as an exclusive too, and that's going to be $400, I'm going to be ticked, right? That's going to make me upset, because I'm not trying to spend that kind of money. Like, and not to mention, like, if it's that, and then they're making it humongous, like, I'm trying to keep my action figure fingerprint in my home a little low, right? Like we don't have a huge house. So like my collection is usually like I get rid of a bunch of stuff here and there. Like I've got an extra, couple of other figures. Like I usually do the rule of like one version. So I try. But I think that the people that are upset about the Snake Slayer thing, they have legitimate gripes, especially over the picture that we were sold, and then that was used to get the votes. And then when all was said and done, like if you look on Lady Slither's box back, on her packaging back, there is a picture of that Axel Jimenez sketch for the Snake Slayer, and it looks like it's got the the stockade up on top. It's got all the stuff that Axel Jimenez had in that original concept thing. And then when they decided to actually put it to production, it just, I don't know, like the colors of it don't look right. I think if they adjusted that brown to the more tannish green, I could probably accept the exterior a little bit more, but I don't like how haphazardly it looks that they put the track in there, and then they've got that little panel, that little panel like off to the side to make it so that it closes correctly. Oops, my depth perception is a little off right now. I don't have my glasses on, just because I'm trying to watch through the camera, and I'm a little nearsighted. but like there's that weird strip panel that they have where it folds in, and that's gonna break. it's gonna break. It's not gonna work well in the long run because it's gonna break. Like I feel as though they didn't engineer this the way that Snake Mountain and Castle Grayskull had been engineered. What they did with Snake Mountain and Castle Grayskull, I really like. I like the improvements. I like the upgrades. But it's a little it's a little disheartening to see that. Now, is there a lot of really cool things to like about that Snake Slayer? There is a ton of really cool stuff. I love that Iron Maiden thing. I love the elevator and all the technical stuff. I love the throne that you can put Lady Slither on. I don't necessarily need the bone version of Lady Slither. I could live without that, but I think that overall the Snake Slayer is decent. If you, I'm gonna go out if if the Snake Slayer is $250, I'll get it and I'll review it on here. Okay, if the Snake Slayer is $250, I will get it and I will review it on here. And I say that confidently because I don't think it's going to be $250. I think we're looking like Oz said. He said he thought it was going to be somewhere between 300 and 350. I'll even say it's going to be somewhere between 350 and 400. I think is more realistic. I think they are going to try to push the price point up on that. And it's like we and I didn't buy the Eternia set, but I think the community sort of said some things were acceptable with Eternia. And honestly, I mean, Eternia was a really cool set. I don't think it'll be 500. I don't think so. I don't. I mean, it's huge. It is. It's a big playset. They put a vehicle, a full-size vehicle, in this playset. We've never gotten something like that, where they decided they were going to put a vehicle in with the playset, right? I mean, like, I don't even think they did that with Classics, did they? I mean, they didn't do that with Classics. Castle Grayskull was just Castle Grayskull, I believe. Same thing with Snake Mountain. I mean, both of them were humongous. I know you could get Point Dread and point it onto the Castle Grayskull version in Classics, but yeah. Yeah, the Iron Maiden does look cool. I'm kind of I don't know. I'm excited to see other people's other people's reviews. Yeah, but like I said, like if it's not 250, I don't think it's something I'm going to even try to get, And that's a shame. I mean, like, and I feel like there's going to be a lot of people out there that aren't going to go in on this. And I know that's going to upset the folks that are looking to get this. Like my happy medium would be like if it gets passed and you get all of the stuff that they showed at Comic-Con, like all of that stuff you get. But I think that that's about as far as I want to see it go, just so that it sends a message to Mattel that you have to pay attention to what your fans are telling you. Like, I don't know. I mean, I'm not one of those. I'm not one of the folks that are usually like, Mattel is terrible, and I'm gonna boycott them from now on. Like, I'm not saying all of that. I do know that there's a bunch of people out there right now that are kind of harping on the people that have their gripes, and it's like, listen, man, people have to be allowed to have their opinions freely. That's what America's all about, right? America. One guy could be a jerk and another guy could be a jerk, but as long as that jerk ain't hurting anybody else, it's all good. I'm not gonna keep preaching, but listen, do I recommend trying to find Too Bad on eBay? I don't know, man. I saw some of those prices. Like some of these guys, they're like they want to throw like $20 shipping on, and all that. Oh yeah, no, listen. I mean, I'm one of those folks that they call a middle of the fencer. I believe in free speech. I believe in liberties, but I still also believe in like giving a helping hand up and some of our entitlement. I think we need to rework some of our entitlement programs in the country, but I still believe in social, social, whatever you want to call it. Just all of us coming together, right? Working towards a better good. Not like the USSR, man. That shit was oppressive. We don't need that stuff. Right? I want to be able to blow off fireworks near the 4th of July if I want to, right? I want to have a shotgun if I need to. I'm not a big gun guy, but if these are things that I need to, hey, I want to. I want to be able to buy the action figures that I want to buy, right? I don't want to have to stand in line and maybe get a bad action figure and not have a choice. I don't know what the hell I'm saying anymore. I'm just rambling. But I like this figure a lot. I think that $50 was a crazy price point for. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I got a hem and haw on this one because like the price point is kind of okay with how much plastic you get, but then eventually all you want is this. This is all you want, right? This is all I wanted. I could have lived without this. It's fine. I mean, it's good. It's cool. I'll take it if I have to. But I would have not paid for that if I didn't have to. That's the kind of choices I want to have. I don't know, like maybe they just let us buy our own action figure parts, right? We should do that. I do listen. I'm ragging on this thing, but I do kind of like the some of the props that are coming with them. They are pretty cool. I love the what was it, the Dragon Ray of Despondos or something, whatever the heck that was that came with Beastman. That one was cool. Merman came with a plastic marble. I mean, I know that it was from the cartoon and I know that it was from a specific episode, but they couldn't have found something better to have Merman come with. They had to go with that one. I think Merman is the only one that I'm just like, well, that's ridiculous. like Merman is Merman, I don't know. The Merman figure himself is great. But yeah. I don't know if I wouldn't try to pay $150 on eBay for him. Yeah. They were, well, he also has the Trident. The Trident is cool. So, I mean, I guess he did come with one accessory that was good. What is Tila comes with a little drone bot, which is cool, but he doesn't have a stand, which is it's a bummer, right? I mean, for the price point that those are at, like I think most of them are less than $20. I think they're set at like $19.99 or something, which I know is stupid to say less than $20, but USD, yeah, I think they're about 19. So yeah, I don't know. He's a good figure. I mean, the legs alone are kind of nice that you can pop them apart. I'm sure Mr. Home Arcade is going to get like 20 of these things shipped to his house. And he's going to start just doing all kinds of crazy customs. So I look forward to that one, Mr. Ha. I'm calling you Mr. Ha. That's just easier. I hate having to say Mr. Home Arcade. That's just too many syllables, bro. He's not watching right now, but he might watch later. Sometimes he does. Or I'll force feed him the link and go, yeah, bro, I mentioned you. I talk shit to him all the time. Like, not shit, but like, because I grew up in Chicago Heights, so like sometimes he speaks language that I know. I don't always talk that way, but I get it. Like some of my friends growing up were gangbangers. Right? I mean, they were gangbangers, like straight up like cholos and stuff. And I'm like, hey man, what's up, Weepy? Like those are some of my boys. We used to hang out, play video games together, get drunk, be stupid. Sometimes people go one way and sometimes other people go the other way. I never got into the gangs, obviously, because I called it the gangs. All right, well, I'm gonna go get some something sweet to eat, a little snack. This has been Hyperdellic reviewing live. Too bad. The San Diego Comic-Con 2024 MOTU exclusive. The only one we got this year. I was kind of I was hoping that we would have at least another something, but there wasn't anything. Just this. There were a lot of really cool San Diego Comic-Con showings, though. I will say that much. Like all of the Turtles of Grayskull stuff and all of the MOTU stuff was really cool. Thank you, Mary. Thank you, Eldor. Thank you, everybody, for stopping in. All right. Well, you guys have a wonderful night. And everybody who watches this, have a great day. And I will see you guys the next time I do something like this. Thank you guys for showing up. I'll see you guys all later. Peace out. All right. And keep playing. Everybody keep playing. Always. Every day. As much as you can. Just do it. All right. Bye.